Good evening, everyone. I, Ayush Kumar, welcome you all to our 14th session of the Friday Talk. And today we are going to discuss on a very important topic that will help us to go very long in our life. That will help us to go to sustain in a long race, and that is consistency. Joining us today is Mr. Kannan Iragavarapu, and he will be talking with us about how we can be consistent in our life and what are the benefits of consistency. So Mr. Kannan is a data analyst by trade, and he holds a keen interest in machine learning and deep learning too. Apart from these, Mr. Kannan is also a very vivid storyteller and a reader. So, Mr. Kannan, let's begin with you telling a bit about yourself, like how is your work going on, and what are a bit about your college.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Ayush. First of all, thank you for the warm welcome. Firstly, I would like to give my gratitude, they say my thanks to Tam, for all the support, and Nakul sir especially for this opportunity. To share my knowledge with any of my fellow beings. So yeah, coming to my background, I've completed my BTech in Electronics and Communication Engineering from SRM, and currently I'm working as a data analyst at Latency Analytics, and that's a short intro about mine. And coming to the topic, so coming to my work life, yeah, so let's start with my work life. So yeah, my work basically deals with all sorts of analytics, etc. Apart from my work, I'm a vivid reader, as you say. I read multiple books, and that's what actually motivates to me. Motivates me to always keep myself on track all the time. And yeah, that's a small and short intro, formal and informal, about mine. So over to you.
Okay, that's great to hear. I hope you keep doing well. So now
Yeah.
let's delve into our the main agenda of our talk today. That how means about consistency.
Yeah.
So let's begin with the question that what is the importance of consistency in our life? Like before we start in making it our habit, making bringing it in our lifestyle, let's know that what
Yeah.
is the importance.
Yeah, yes, coming to your question, the first very question. So, I would basically say, for any individual, consistency is really important. I would say, apart from all these things, so discipline is that's the basic derivative out of which all these traits like consistency or determination, etc., fall in place. So, just say me one thing. I used to what do you do when you just wake up early in the morning? What's the first thing you do? Check your phone, go and brush your teeth, or what do you do? First most thing.
Uh, well, I would say that right
Check
now,
your Instagram,
yeah,
check your WhatsApp
yeah, not
messages.
Instagram, but yeah, I used to check the
Mhm.
phone.
So yeah, absolutely. So what makes you do that? That habit. Initially, it's like just giving you a small thing. So what are our habits is what is, I would say, basically. So if you meditate, you're what, on a whole, what you are, a single thing. Like you just what are your habits is what you are basically. So if you jog, if you exercise, you're always fit. If you read a lot, you could be a bit knowledgeable. If you are like a good, if you play a lot, you can be a good sportsman in that sense. So your habits is what define you in the basic sense. So how do you build these habits in general? Okay. So what are these habits? Is that small thing that kicks you out, like, yeah, like I need to check my WhatsApp or check my Instagram. What in that kicks you out? Could you just just say me out, like, what do you think basically? What is that cue
Uh,
point basically?
Personally, like I used to like check the notifications. Okay, so yeah,
Mhm.
it's like I also feel like that. Let's check what is going on, what happened.
Okay.
Has there been any message sent or not, like that? So that's what
Okay. Okay.
make me do that.
So the basic cue point is like your mobile phone being beside you, okay, laying beside your bed, or on the thing, or like
Yeah, yeah,
on the
correct,
shelf or
correct.
something. So that's your first cue point. As in since you see the cue point, you see all the notifications down there, and there'll be an adrenaline rush. There'll be a dopamine rush at that very point. He like mujhe like message check karne hai. I need to check my messages. I need to see my notifications. Okay, I just posted this last day a pic of mine on Instagram. I just need to see how many likes I got. See, that's the point, and that's the very edge of it. So this habit of yours, that's been like, it's just originated like since past, like the past few days, maybe say, okay. So that gets continued on the go. Okay, this like brain tends like, that dopamine rush at that very point is much more important for you at that very point. Okay, so it will like just take your phone and check the thing, and that you get the dopamine rush that gets saturated, and like that gets cooled down. Okay, that dopamine, that high point, like that high at that point of time is required by any individual in general. Okay, so consistency in general. Okay, the coming to the topic, consistency. So what is basically consistency? In general layman terms. Let's not go for the textbook definitions or the dictionary or like Google definitions. Consistency
Yeah,
is
sure,
something,
sure.
you do something like for each and every day on a consecutive, like in a consecutive way, like for every single day. You do it for all, like you do it like all your life. Okay, so it's been like 3-4 months past ago. I used to also do the same thing. I used to like wake up, check my phone. Okay, now these many messages. Okay, these many WhatsApp. Okay, these many statuses. Okay, these many views, these many likes. Okay, that was my usual routine. So consistency is basically what's your routine is on the sense on the go. So that's what you do it on a go in the period of like in the same period of time, all the time you do it. That's what consistency is. Okay, in general. And can you just dwell back to the question once again? So
Yeah. So, what is the importance of consistency in our life?
yeah, consistency, like it really plays a vital role. I'll that will be touched in the later point of the part. So I'll just I'll get you out there. So you can just go for the
Okay,
next question.
okay.
Mhm.
So, let's come to the next question, and is that
Sure.
how can we develop consistency?
Okay,
As you
so
said that yeah. So my habit is that I used to get up and I will check the mobile at how many notifications are there. So just tell me like,
absolutely,
how can I improve upon it? How can I stop
absolutely.
this habit?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Coming to that, okay.
Yeah, please.
So developing consistency. So anything needs a starting point. Okay, in general, anything needs a starting point. So just say me one thing, Ayush. Do you plan your day? Do you plan your week ahead of it
Yeah, I
by
do
any chance?
that. Actually, on Saturday, I use a week before, like on Saturday, I used to plan what I should do in the next week. And other than that, I
Okay.
used to like have a to-do list of every day that I used to do.
That's actually awesome, Ayush. That's a really good habit, I would say. That's what's like, that's what's my answer is gonna be basically. Okay. So you like, do you like
Okay.
plan it every single day? Like, okay, Monday मुझे ये tasks करना है, Tuesday ये tasks करना है, इस हफ्ते मुझे ये complete करना है. Like, is it that way you go? Like, these are the
Yeah,
things I
yeah,
need to
I
do,
used.
or like each and every single day, each and every hour. Like, see, we just plan it. Okay, we don't know how it's gonna go. At least planning is there. It's there in our hand, right? So
Yes,
see,
yes,
I
yes.
don't complain. You need not complain. So we are not like superhumans or something. To go like, "Acha, मैंने ये plan किया." I just planned all these things, and like I couldn't complete like 2 to 3 tasks of it. So that's not a point. Do you do it like each and every hour? You schedule it and do it
No, no,
now.
no.
Not like that.
I'm not
Like
doing
you
like
plan it.
every hour.
Mhm.
I
Okay, you're
just
not
plan
doing
that
on an
this day
hourly
I have to do
basis.
that. Yeah.
Okay, and you like, how is the efficiency in that case? Like, is it 90%? Like you're able to get like
Uh,
most of the. Mhm.
yeah, I can say
How
yeah.
is it like?
I have
That's
sometime it used to drop like 2 3 days. Sometime I used to get a drop like I was not able to do many tasks like 2 days, and again pulling up and
okay.
doing everything. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So
So
there
I
is
would
somewhere a
say,
drop is there.
okay, that's common. Okay. So let me say like, I'll just share you my experience. Okay, how consistency actually helped me out. So if you're, I guess, if the camera is good enough, you're able to see something like some sort of
Yeah,
timetable
yeah,
or
we
some
can.
sort of plans or something. Okay, some
Yeah,
dates,
it's
day
visible.
wise, and it's a bit visible, right? So this
Yes,
is
yes.
the way I actually developed my consistency period. Okay, so I just read a small thing of it. So I just say suppose that's a Friday, I put 5 to 5:20 meditation. Okay, from 5:20 to 6:20 is an exercise period. Then fresh up, then reading a book, reading the newspaper, and doing you beat like I just do a small stock market analysis for an hour. Okay, so I just have my interest in it, and then I just do my daily course. Like, okay, beat the work related cash. I just put a schedule. Okay, from 10 to 4, it's like 10 to 12 or 10 to 1. It's my work schedule. And then 1 to 2, it's my lunch break. And then 2 to 2:30, I'll have even my breaks, everything scheduled over it. I don't say, okay, this is like what you need to follow or something. And I don't mean that, your schedule, whatever you do it has to be 90%, like 100% accurate. Sometimes, not sometimes, all times, okay, the things don't go in place all the time. Okay. So you schedule your day. Okay. I get like 90% efficiency from it. Okay. So if I develop, say, it's like 90% efficiency in the sense, if I put 100 tasks, I'm able to do at least 90 tasks. Okay. If I put 10 tasks, I'm able to do at least 9 tasks or 8 tasks sometimes. That's fair enough. Okay. That's fair enough than rather than,
Yeah, yeah, that's
not doing
great
anything.
actually.
Okay. Something is better than nothing. That's my
Yeah,
philosophy is all the time. Okay. So at least 8 tasks a day is like fair enough. That's a fair amount of, goal setting or whatever it is. So this is a plan for a week. I do it like, in a week advance priorly. Like I do it like Saturday evening or Sunday evening. I schedule my week. Okay. Sunday is a complete chill week for me. Okay. Sundays are not weeks, a chill day for me. I usually I usually not tend to plan anything because what we say. There's a saying that goes right. All play and no work makes Jack a dull boy or something. So Sunday is something
yeah, yeah,
completely pretty chill for me. So that could be different for different people. For me, chilling in the sense you could be watching movies, watching series, or even like reading books. Okay, you can't decide what's chill for anyone. Okay, so for someone it's like just
yeah, correct.
going for a small walk over the beach or just going a walk for over the road could be a silly, that could be a stress buster. For someone talking with friends could be a stress buster. So that's pretty much, it's like a completely individual decision and no one can judge upon it. And even someone's like reading books could be a stress buster for them. We need not complain about that. Okay. So anything like I just put like Sunday is a complete chill day, or like I sometimes plan it, but it's usually the chill stuff. Okay, I just plan for chill stuff. Okay, इतना time तक मुझे movie देखना है, इतना time तक मुझे series देखना है. Okay, basically I just plan it for the Sunday. Okay, so the remaining days it's like completely occupied with all my work stuffs, or either my the work stuffs, or either like what's also like I started reading newspaper, I started reading many books, I started exercising a lot, I started meditation a lot. So that shows me an improvement. So I would say one thing. So I uh, I initially tended to, I initially started to actually put what we say, a message or a to-do list all out in my phone down there. Like, मुझे ये tasks करना है. Okay. So then eventually I was able to do, but the consistency, but the efficiency was actually lacking. Then I started writing down the things. Okay. I just started like looking inside the lens, I started writing down the things. Actually, writing down something on, like using a pen and paper plays a vital role. Okay. Like subconsciously that actually registers a small, that registers a thing like, मुझे ये काम करना है. I need to do that thing. I need to complete this thing. Okay. If you're like doing or something, if you're like actually procrastinating, okay, if you're doing something else, something will be, irking in the background down there, like, yo, bro, you shouldn't do this thing. Okay. So
Yeah,
that's like what's called discipline. Okay. That's what you get it from consistency, basically. Okay. So it's like you plan your day. You think like, see, I've planned each and every hour of mine, and I don't say like each and every hour of mine has gone in the same very fashion. Okay. There have been many days they were like all, ek do ghante, like they used to schedule out down there, and but I'm able to achieve my consistent. I was able to achieve my 90% of the thing. 90% of my goal is done. That one single task will be carry forward for the next day, or will be going for the weekend. Okay, but I'm able to do my tasks, and that's what helped me out. And I would say, okay, you were asking the initial questions, right? Like, what's this importance of consistency? I've done
yeah,
this thing. If you can see my this book, it's been like so many times. Okay, so these are all the days and all the months. You can see like how many days I've done it. I've been doing it for days and days. Okay, I've not skipped it for a single day except for Sunday. So like bit chill day, but I've not skipped it for most of the days. I've like done it for like days and days. Like I've practiced this for months. And I like what surprisingly happened. So I just started reading some other books, and I usually started waking up earlier in the mornings. Okay, maybe 4:30, 4:45. I used to sleep down early. By 10:30, 9:30, 10, I used to sleep, and I started waking up at 4:30. For the first week, it was like a lot of hell. Okay, it was completely hell. Okay, it was really hard. It was really hard on my bum, and it was really hard on my ass. So I was not able to wake up in the morning by 4:30. And by as gradually time proceeded by, over a week's period, over 2 weeks, 3 weeks period, I subconsciously started waking up before the alarm actually rang. Okay, because before
yeah,
4:30 I used to okay, something is different. I just see the time, it's like 4:29. Oh shit, okay, it's time. I used to without my alarm, I started doing it. And over a period of time, see what consistency gives is like it gives you the discipline to do the tasks over a period of time. See you get this thing. Okay, मुझे क्या करना है? Like सुबह सुबह 4 बजे उठा, like 5 बजे उठा था. Like I did meditation for 20 minutes, and post that I just immediately that's the cue point. Okay, meditation हो गया, मुझे एक्सरसाइज करना है. एक्सरसाइज हो गया, मुझे फ्रेश होना है. उसके बाद like मुझे बुक रीड करना. I need to read a book. फिर उसके बाद पेपर रीड करना है. उसके बाद स्टॉक मार्केट. उसके बाद office work. उसके बाद like what. It just comes in your mind, and that's a complete pattern. Your brain is basically like it's like divided. अच्छा ये काम करना है, ये काम करना है. Basically, you write it the previous week itself, and you start seeing it that morning. Okay, every day in the morning I see, okay, आज क्या काम scheduled है. Okay, I see like, okay, this is the plan for today, and then I start doing it. And like your brain gets like divided in the same partitions in the same exact way. Like, okay, मुझे इस time पे ये करना है, this thing. And by any chance, if anything, any work gets rolled out, no issues. Okay, you must always remember that's the part of the process. Okay, that's part of the process, and you need not blame yourself at any point of time. Like, see, like, अरे मैंने 2 घंटे waste कर दिया यार, क्या हो गया? अरे मैंने 5 घंटे वेस्ट कर दिया. अरे मैंने पूरा एक दिन बर्बाद कर दिया. Like पूरा मेरे एक दो दिन पूरा चला गया. You need not take that as a chance. Okay, you need not take that as a what we say that thing as a way to escape out of it. Because like this thing didn't come for me, like consistency which I'm doing, it's been part of my life, and I suddenly stop it for one single day, or like for one working day I've stopped it, or like that couldn't be, like there could be hell lot of reasons. Okay, like not one single reason, there could be hell lot of reasons. And you shouldn't blame yourself at that point of time. Okay, you shouldn't, you need not feel guilty at all. And always remember that's the part of the process. That's the part of the process. Like, on the go, there were days like one single day I just missed it out, and I didn't sue myself for that. Okay, I just thought, okay, it's like part of the process, and I just need to go with the flow. Okay, so with this consistency, the importance is like you get that discipline. And I would say I used like for practicing it for like 21 days, like not 21 exactly. I've done it for like, I don't say it took me a bit longer, I would say. So for different people, it's different. Okay, for you, it could take even a 2 weeks gap, 2 weeks of period. It could be easier for you. You could do it like within 2 weeks. You could get that that state of what to say, unconsciously start doing it. Like, see, if you just touch a heater or something, you just automatically take your hand, right, involuntarily, without anyone saying you just involuntarily take it, and you can't control your heartbeat, right? It goes on. That's an involuntary action. In the similar manner, when you practice this thing over the ages, unconsciously you start doing it the same way, and no, there's no need of any person down there peeping on your head like, bhai tujhe ye kaam karna hai, bhai tujhe ye kaam karna hai. No one needs to point it out. You start doing it subconsciously. That's the magic of consistency. You get it? So that's been a different. That's like a phenomenal change in me, and that's like the basic importance of consistency. So for day one, okay, that I'll say out, like that's the basic importance of consistency, I would say. And how I developed is like I just scheduled my day. I tried my level best to practice it for 1 month. It took me 1 month. Okay, for someone it could be 3 weeks, 21 days properly, as they usually say in Google. It could be 21 days for someone. It could be 11 days for someone else. It could be 1 month. It could be 2 months for someone else. It's like different people. All are not the same, right? All the 5 fingers are not the same. Okay, all out at different heights. So the similar way, like different people have different traits and different perspectives. It's not like the same way. So it's different for different people, and that's what changes you. It's like a complete state of what do we say? If we say, I don't know how to describe it, as boat, like you see in the boat earphones, right? Come plug into the state of nirvana. The similar way, something like plug into a different complete subconscious state wherein you get like 100% efficiency at some point of time, and you're like you get that dopamine rush. The morning में like मैंने WhatsApp, Instagram का messages check कर दिया, वो जो dopamine rush उस time पे है ना, वही rush, the same rush you get in the again after checklisting, after scratching out each and every to-do list, after you scratch out every to-do list of work, that particular task, you get the same dopamine rush, believe me.
Okay, that's actually amazing, knowing all these things and how you have how it has helped you actually, how you have been scheduling things and doing everything, and it's amazing knowledge you are giving us today.
Ayo. That's my pleasure. All the pleasure is mine. Yeah.
So okay, let's move on to our next question for today, and that is, what are some practical ways that we can implement consistency in our life?
So yeah, exactly, Aru. So exactly, Arish. As I said earlier, the practical way, that question, that's the same answer again. Just take a book. Okay, it could be different thing. Just take a book, schedule your day. Okay, just take a book properly. Just draw your lines. Week one, week two, week three, or like day one. Okay, not day one actually. Thursday, the date. Okay, and just like it's your wish go. Maybe an hourly basis, on an hourly basis, or 2 hours a basis. Just write it out. Okay, do it a week advance. So this is Friday, right? Today's Friday, the be
Yeah.
completely weekend. You're chill mood. Like I'm on my chill mood. Okay, I'm gonna watch a movie after this thing. I've just planned it in my calendar exactly. Okay, so all like in the same way. You see, life needs a balance. So it's not like all the time. You do work, and there's no time for your family or your friends. Everything. Okay, everything needs a balance. Okay. So I've scheduled a movie, some Netflix show, some Netflix movie out there. So some Telugu movie is actually coming out. So I'm gonna go and watch it. Okay. So that's in my schedule, not in the schedule in the sense I've like got it like you need a balance properly. So it's scheduled in the same way so that there's a proper balance. Okay. So since you asked it, actually I would just say like the wheel of life, I would actually say. So the wheel of life consists of so many spokes, like as in a wheel has like the spikes or the spokes inside, whatever you call it. So even the wheel of life, like it has many spokes. Okay, the first thing is like not the first thing. I'll just say you them. One is like money. Okay. Second one is happiness. Third one, friends, family, friends. The fourth one is family. Fifth one is work. And you can like different people have different spokes, but these are the five major spokes. Okay. So if a
Yeah.
wheel, I just say me, Ayush, just give me an answer. Say suppose if in a wheel you have like this front spoke. Okay, it's like so high. Okay, I would just draw you and show you. Like you have this front spike, like the front spike is like too high, and the remainings are too low. Okay, you're able to see this thing, my book, right? Right.
Yeah,
So
it's
in
visible.
this wheel, say suppose this is like the front spoke. This is your money spoke. The bit of the between one is your money spike, and this is your family spike. Okay, I'm just giving a small example. Can you make a proper wheel out of it? A proper wheel, like a
No, no,
circle.
it won't be possible.
So it'll be like this, right? Am I
Yeah,
right
it
or
will be
wrong? It'll be
opposite.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it will be a proper like novel kind of thing. So could you like
Yeah.
the wheel, could it go without tangling or something? Could it go in a plane, like on a plane surface in a proper
No,
way?
no, it won't be.
Or would it,
No.
so exactly here it's the friends. So in the same way, if this is money and this is friends and this is family, the same way. Okay, anything could be the other thing. So it's like you'll have a tangling circle. It will be a proper with proper impurities or like irregularities over there. So a
Yeah.
proper cycle would actually require all of them balanced, right? So be it the
Yes,
money.
correct.
Okay, if you have lots of money, if you're like little friends and little you spend little time with your family, that's like what. So without time, it's just spending your time with your family and friends. That's like nothing. Okay. So if you have lots of time for your friends and family, but you have no money in it, bro, no one's gonna talk with you. Also, okay, money is really required. Okay. So if you have like
Yeah.
lots of friends and lots of okay, people say like money is not required, but I don't like money is really required, but to the optimum. Okay, it should be in a such a it should be in a such a way that it shouldn't overeat you. Okay, it should be required. You require money, but in a proper way. So it's like balanced in your circle. So it's like money is more, and like friends and family, like the time you spend with them is really less. The work is really less. No matter what. Okay, that's like again a regular circle. So a proper balance of money, a proper balance of friends and family, a proper balance of like your health, everything, even in the health spike. So a proper, the
Yeah.
equalities, like all should be in equal proportionate. At least try to make them. So everyone doesn't have it.
Yes,
I
yes.
agree, totally agree with it. I totally agree. Someone, I go and say this thing, kya bol rahe hai bhai, kya bakwas bol rahe hai. The people say the same thing. Okay, so everyone like I didn't had like this money spike. Like it was like really down for me, and just like it's slowly building. Okay, it's in the building phase. The same thing happens. So just start working over it and see. Okay, you're spending like less time with your family. Start increasing that spike. You're spending less time with your friends. Start increasing that spike so that it makes a proper, the proper circle thing, so that your life functions in a smoother way. So just start writing your things, put your schedule on it, and just practice for first few days. Okay, no matter what, just start practicing it. Just practicing it, and always remember if you're relapsing In the sense, like if you're not sticking to the plan for 1 day or 1 hour or 2 hours, don't sue yourself. Always remember that's a part of the plan. Okay, that's a part of the plan, and that will make you much more happier. Okay, that will make you okay. ऐसा हो रहा है, so yeah, like it's a part, like this is the part of the like the plan, right? So no issues. Okay, and the sense I don't say like you know wantedly go and relapse. Okay, if you're relapsing, just take it that way, that sense. डोंट अच्छा कन्नन भैया ने ऐसा बोल दिया कि अगर मैंने 1-2 घंटे के लिए नहीं किया तो लाइक ये भी चलेगा, ऐसा नहीं होता है. So like they have to remember like it's a part of the thing. If you're like doing it, like it happens. Okay, it's general in common, and just start practicing and do it for like a couple of days. You will see the results. Basically, it could be different for different people. So you will see the results on the go. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's great to know from you. So I was thinking now let's move towards some question from the viewers. Okay,
Sure.
so here we have our first question. It is from Mr. Ivan Pandey. He's saying that good evening, sir. Can please
Oh,
say, can you tell us about your morning routine?
okay. Sure. Hi, Ayushman. Ayushman, right? Is it like Ayushman?
Aryaman.
Aryaman. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Hi, Aryaman. So my morning routine, like I wake up at 4:45, 4:30. I wake up. My day starts at 4:30, 4:45. Usually, I try to stick to the plan almost all the time. Okay. So there would be some days, okay, where I had to have a deliverable. Okay, I had to give my project, like I had to submit something to my client or like give my deliverable to some other person down in my office or something. There are some days where I had to push my bars down there. Like, that work spikes goes up, and don't worry, the weekend I'll start like chilling out as hard as that. I party as hard as that. But some days there are days like when I wake up like till 10 or 12. But usually I try my level best to sleep by 10:30, 10 max. Okay. So 9:30 I start drowning. I get started getting this yawning. Okay. So say yeah, I just if you okay, I'll just continue this thing. Like so by 9:30, 10, I usually sleep. I start waking by 6.5 hours of sleep is required for any individual. If he's like 18 years and 18 and above, 6.5 hours, 6 to 6.5 hours sleep is like bare minimum is required. 7 hours is also fair enough, but anything more than that and less than that is really harmful. I don't know, as in like if you go in the spiritual way, as in the Bhagavad Gita. So Krishna also says that like any person who eats more or eats less, any person who sleeps more or sleeps less is like not doing the right thing at the right time or the right cause. Okay, so it's like not correct. So it's like a sinful person, something like that. If you go it in the spiritual way, the other way around. So I take like a 6 to 6.5 hours of sleep, and I wake by 4:30, 4:45, and I just fresh up. I just brush my teeth, and by 5 o'clock sharp, I just start meditation for 20 minutes. Okay, I've just started this routine, like it's been already on like 6 months. Okay, 6 to 7 months I would say. I started thanks to lockdown. Okay, I really know like it's been different for different people. I'm really sorry
Yeah.
for them, but it's like for you, it's for as an individual. For me, it was like really productive at that point of time. So I started like the meditation for 20 minutes, and then I started a complete 1 hour of exercise. I'll be putting some podcast on. Okay, it's based on the Spotify. I usually follow this. Anyone knows? If I don't know, the Ranveer show, TRS. Anyone knows him? The
Yeah,
Ranveer
I
show.
know. Yes.
So I just put some podcast. He has like so many hell lot of entrepreneurs coming into his show. So
Yeah,
be it
there are a
like
lot
from
of
Kunal.
famous person coming there.
Exactly. So the last one was with the Zerodha CEO, I suppose.
Yes.
So yeah, the last one was the Zerodha CEO, and like I just put some of the other podcasts down there. I put it running, and I just do my exercise. I do my exercise for an hour, like listening. So these are two different
Yeah,
activities.
yeah.
You can't do reading and listening to songs. Like for different people, it's different. Okay, for me, it's like this. If I put some lyrical songs and start reading, my mind will wander and go to that movie itself. I start seeing some more YouTube videos. Okay, so in the exercise, it's exercise will be completely different because this is your physical activity where you concentrate your muscles, and that's something you hear on and you just do your work. So I just put some podcast for an hour and I do my exercise, and then I fresh up from 6:30 to 7:30. I do my, I just fresh up. I do my prayers to God, or offer my prayers to God, and then I started this new habit. It's been a month. I've read like okay, I'm a reader, but I've not been that consistent earlier. Okay, so the past 2-3 months or so, I would say like I've completed like around 3 books. Okay, so I just read a book for an hour. Okay, be it like hour to half an hour, I just like 40 minutes, I just read a book, at least a chapter of it. Okay, not more. I'm saying here, just remember this thing. I'll talk to you later. So there's a dialogue in Telugu where it's like, "Guర్తుపెట్టుకో మళ్ళీ చెప్తా." Okay, the same thing. Just remember this thing. I'll talk about this later. So I'll just read a book for half an hour, not more than that, not less than that, half an hour, or at least a chapter. Whatever comes first, that goes that way. Post that, I read the newspaper, get the current affairs, I read it for like at least half an hour, no exception to the Hindu. And then, yeah, then I start like, it's like your usual routine. So I usually see the stock markets for some time. I've just had this interest since I've started earning recently. I was interested into it. I just wanted to make my money more money. I just didn't want to just like sit idle over there. So I do it, and
Yeah,
I
that's
just do
good.
it like I read it for an hour. So I read it for a couple of minutes about it. Like I just see the news. I'm just a small learner. I'm the learning phase. I used to say I'm in the learning curve. So got the basics done good, and I'm going pretty good. My stock, like my portfolio is pretty good for now. And post that thing. So yeah, previously it was a different routine altogether. And then by 10 o'clock or so, I start my work routine. So if I would see if there are any tasks down there. So it will be it like if there are any deliverables, I have to if I have any calls with my my colleagues or something, I just check on my schedule. If there are any calls, I attend the calls. There is works for the day, any work for the day, I just complete it on the same day itself. I try to I'll work it for like 2.5 hours. And by 12:30 again, 12:31, I just go for my lunch. And this is my complete morning routine on a whole, as like Aryan was asking after. That was like pretty much about my morning routine.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a very productive morning routine actually, and I hope that Mr.
Oh,
Ariman has
thank
got
you.
the answer like he wanted. So
Okay. So,
let's move towards the
yeah,
next question.
yeah.
How are you able to maintain consistency throughout your how are you consistent?
Okay.
Having
Okay.
it requires some determination. Okay, it's not easy to be consistent. So how are you able to do this?
Okay. Ayush, able to hear me? Hello. Uh, uh, okay. I'm just hearing a bit. There's a slight what do we say, a deflection from your side. Okay. If I'm audible, am I audible? Could you just ping me out or something? Okay, I still see blurring your image. Okay, so okay, now you're clear enough. Okay, it's like, the question is like how I
Okay,
try
sure.
to how I try to maintain consistent all throughout, right? Okay, so coming
Yeah.
to that question, it's like asked by who? What was the name? Spectator's name? The name was the
It's
question was asked
Ayushi
by.
Sinha.
Okay,
Ayushi
hi
Sinha.
Ayushi. Okay, Ayushi. So hi Ayushi. So yeah, to be frank, it was not easy. Okay, I don't say like it was too easy. I just got it in a fortnight. I just got it within a day or something. Okay, I relapsed so many times. Okay, I would say I relapsed so many times. It was not easy for myself. Okay, I would say initially it was. Okay, for me it's like not easy. It could be easy for some other beings. Like like different people have different traits and different altogether different persona or something. So for me, it was not easy in the initial days. Okay, I just had this burning desire. By mujhe, I need to change myself. Okay, so I just wanted this thing for sure. Okay, like to be frank, Ayush, have you ever gone to the gym? Have you been to the gym?
Yeah, I have been to the gym.
Okay, so are you doing it like now also?
No, I used to do means daily workout, but I don't used to go gym right now.
Okay, you're doing a daily workout. That's actually great. Okay, so I would say just share my story. Okay, I was so motivated. Okay, I was so motivated that I just went to the gym. I paid a complete months or 2 months, 3 months fee in advance, and I end up going for a week, and then I stopped it in the eighth day. Okay, and from then onwards,
Okay.
I didn't went to the gym. Okay, I was literally not feeling good. Okay, I was like wasting lots of money. I was like wasting like some 2,000, 3,000 bucks out there. I was like not going, and I was like, okay, kya ho raha hai? I just need to change this thing deliberately. Okay, what irked me out? Okay, I'll just say you what irked me out. for me, like getting this consistency plan or like sharing my knowledge with you people. So my life initially it was balanced, but it was not the way I wanted. Okay, I would say. So I wanted I wanted to read books. Okay, I wanted to read the newspaper. I wanted to spend time with my family. I wanted to spend time with my friends, talk with them. I wanted a complete. Of course, I wanted money too. Okay, so but it was like a complete. It was like a complete roller coaster ride all together. Okay, it was not. It was not a
Yeah.
plain. Okay, as the thing says, what we say, and a silent sea never made a skilled sailor. Okay, so it's like the tides or the waves that actually make you a skilled sailor or something. So it
Yep.
was
Correct.
life was pretty much I suppose like it was the same for everyone, every other individual down there. It's the same, I suppose. So that self control was lacking in me. I was pretty much determined. Okay, macha aisa nahi hai. Like itla avadu. Okay, it shouldn't go this way out down there. I do start like getting control over my mind. Okay, not my mind, actually my habits. So I can't control my mind. So point to be noted is, so I can't control my mind. It's the habits which I can control. Okay, then after this thing, okay, how do I control my habits? So I've been seeing so many motivational videos. Sandeep Maheshwari का देख लिया, और किसका क्या क्या किसका what we say, सदगुरु का देख लिया था, और क्या so many Telugu speakers down there, some Muslim guy का देख लिया. I was not getting that motivation. I was like, ऐसा था, वो वीडियो देख लिया, अरे इतना इतना like my dopamine levels were too high. Okay, I was like, come on, let's like you're gonna beat it, you're gonna beat it. And ऐसा ही वीडियो चला गया. I get to see some other comedy video or some other. I just to see like Kapil Sharma ka show. I was like, okay, चलो बैठ जाते हैं, चलो लेट जाते हैं, चलो देख के हंस लेते हैं. Like that, okay. It was like completely rising and down, right? I was like determined properly. I was like, no, I need to change it by some way or the other. Then I made a promise to my own self. Okay, from now onwards, whatever it is, I'm not gonna do it. And to be frank, it's like by the grace of gods, okay, Perumal Kripa, whatever you say, like by the grace of gods, I started preparing this journal, okay. I've started writing my journal, okay. So every single day, after the whole day is finished, I started inculcating. It's been like all 6 months, okay. This is a joke which मैं अभी बोल रहा हूँ, whatever I'm saying, it's like all done and tested for like last 6 months to the best of my ability, okay. So I started journaling. There were like a couple of questions. I just put it for each and every day. Okay, what have you done today? The thing you're proud of, the thing which you're happy of. Some sorts of questions I ask myself. There'll be some sorts of questions. Like I got this thing from Curious Insights actually. That's another startup, edtech startup. If I suppose Pranjul Somani. So I
Yeah.
guess like
I know that.
she also like, yeah. So there was this worksheet from her. I've actually taken that thing. I got it from them. So I started journaling myself. From there, I got this habit. Okay. So I was like writing. Okay, what was something you did really, you're proud of today? It could be anything. Okay. I just literally for the first single day, I was like, I'm proud that I at least started my routine. That was my single statement for the day one. Okay. And now I'm proud, like I've achieved like 90 to 99, 95% consistency in my daily routine. And now it's like that. Okay. So day one, literally, it was that simple. Okay. As days proceeded, as days went on, that journal something, something like, it's like जो school kids time पे dear diary करके लिखते हैं ना, we used to write like dear diary,
Yes.
so
Yes.
and so,
Yes.
so and so, so the same thing. I just started it. It's something you need to inculcate. Like you'll reflect basically after a couple of months. Now, if I go and see all those files, I was like, wow. I was just like, wow. Okay, so you see the proper curve going up. Okay, you see where your curve is first of all. Okay, the initial couple of days you'll get like, is it like going down or is it like here or here or here? And you'll on the go you'll see like where is it going, and that sort motivated me. Okay, the day one is done, day two it's done. And I started inculcating this the habit routine of writing a journal every day, every night. I just journal my day. How did it go? Did I like waste my time at any point of time, or didn't I like spend much time with my family? What was running in my mind for the whole day? I just, okay, you can write it out. I just journaled it in my computer itself. I just type in the Word document. Okay, I just have the sheet. I just type in my Word. I just have journaled it in my laptop itself. So it can be different for different people. You can write it up, take a pen and paper and write it in your diary. So it's different for different people. Your wish, however it goes. So then that started talking to me. Okay, so today was productive. let's try to keep it the same day. Like I wanted to do the same journaling thing again the same day. So that's what motivated me. Okay, the first thing, Ayushi, right? So the first thing is you start scheduling your day. Okay, when you schedule your day, subconsciously your brain starts thinking like, "अरे मुझे ये काम करना है. I need to do this thing. I need to do this work at this point of time." And don't sue yourself or don't curse yourself and don't feel guilty if that is going in the wronger way. If you start that's not falling apart or that's not going in the same way. Okay, don't sue yourself. If it's going, well and good. If not going, need not worry. Just go for the next task or just continue, go with the process. And remember, relapsing is part of the process. Okay. And then, after you schedule your whole day, start doing it. After the whole day is done, write the journal. Do it for last a couple of 10 to 11 days. And, after a month or so, 11 days, 20 days, just do it. Just do it. You'll see like where you're standing actually. Journaling yourself. Okay, I'm standing here. The next day I'm standing here. Okay, I'm going. And you'll see your that self growth. You'll be able to see in your own self. Okay, so like you'll be able to see like what's the difference over a period of time. And initially, Ayush, I was saying, right? Gustupetuko mali chepta in Telugu. So just remember this thing. I'll talk about it later. Okay. So there was this thing, consistency. There was always this fallacy, always like all down there in the public. You know, have you ever tried this thing? You went to day one of gym and you just wanted to smash the gym. Okay, just wanted all the weights. I need to do this deadlift of 100 kgs. Wanted to do this deadlift of 50 kgs. You wanted to do all sorts of exercises all the time. Okay, at one single stretch. Have you had this? What we say? Have you had this? Thought in your brain or something? Did you have it? Just be gen. Like
Yes. I had it.
I had it. Okay, on the day one of gym when I went, like the first time, अरे body चाहिए मुझे, six pack चाहिए, ये सब कुछ चाहिए. I need a bicep. I just wanted to smash it up. Come on, smash it up. Okay, I was like literally going. I was like doing. I started doing. Okay, I started trying out like all the 10 kgs, 15 kgs, day one itself. And believe me, Ayush, I was not able to walk the next day itself. Okay, the next day, the
Okay.
second day itself, if I'm like just taking my hand like this, it's paining like hell. Okay, I was not able to lift. I was not able to walk even properly. My mother was like seriously like like you need to go to see the doctor seriously. Seriously, I was like that was my okay stage at that point of time. And that's the basic. Okay, you get to see a lot of things from the gym actually. Okay, so it's like thoda like that's I don't get that Hindi saying, like it's like have small steps at a time. Okay, you can't see like drop by drop makes an ocean. The similar way, you can't do all the things. See, like you don't get a six pack overnight, right? You don't get a six pack within a month or so. So different people at different times, there are different times and different schedule for it. So the consistency, the same thing follows. Okay, you need not. Okay, you can aim the pinnacle, you can aim the highest point, but you can't say like within a jump I just go and sit on that pinnacle or something, right? So it's like step by step you go and go and go, and then you go and sit on the pinnacle over a period of time. And that period of time is what is called as consistency, discipline, whatever you call it. Okay, consistency leads to discipline. Okay, over a period of time when you do it like consistently every single day, that's what leads to discipline. Okay, so it's like
Yeah.
0.0 par 100. What is it, Ayush? 0.0 par 100.
0.0.
Yeah, point 100. Par 100 power.
So
When you raise 0 to par 100, 0 raised to the power
yeah,
100.
it will not make any effect. It will remain zero, right?
Exactly, 0. On the other hand, if it is 0.1 raised to 100, you can take your calculators. If anyone's seeing, can just see the difference. 0.1 raised to the power of 100. I'll do it on the go. If you want to, I'll do it on the go. Okay, so it's 0.1 raised to the power 100. If you're getting the answer prior to me, you can just let me know the thing answer or something. What do you get? Did you get anything?
I feel that I don't have that much facility in my calculator actually. So I
Okay,
think
okay,
it goes to like 37%. I think.
okay. So it's somewhere down there. Okay, it's like 0.13 something. It will be definitely greater than zero, right? Definitely
Yeah,
greater
yeah,
than zero or something. So it will be like 13 point something. It will be like more than zero. It will be more than 0.1. So you see the difference at that very point of time. Okay. So it's 0.1, like 1.1, like that's the difference you do. That's the difference you do for 100 single days rather than zero point 0.0 doing for like 100 different days. So I'm just showing a small example. Okay. So that point one of your push, okay, that point one of push every single day. Okay. So I'll just say you my story. I'll just share you my story, Ayush. Okay. So there was this thing, Python. Okay, you know this Python language, right? That's
yes, yes,
the
Python.
proper DLML, deep learning, machine learning,
Yeah,
Python, CNN, convolution neural networks, recurrent neural networks, whatnot. Okay, you get to see all the things, and Python is something that's really basic required for you. Okay, I'll share you my story. It's been like in the second year of my BTech days, I started learning Python. Okay, I started learning
yeah,
Python. I did it for one single month properly, full fledgedly. Every evening, I used to smash. I used to go to the coaching classes. I did the thing. I've got my basics done properly. Okay. After that,
yes,
my two started. My fourth semester started, and I was in the EC curriculum, and there were signals and systems, there was control systems, whatnot. There were all sorts of okay, tickling, like there were all sorts of subjects which like that will just eat your brain. Okay, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. Okay, so I didn't spend much time with Python. Okay, I didn't do it for 6 months, 6 long months. And on the other vacation, okay, before my third year started, okay, I went to the coaching classes. I just wanted to, go for the level 2 of Python. And, the day one, how was it like? They were explaining the level 2 of Python. It was like ML ka basics, okay? I was like, okay, अच्छा ये भी फंक्शन होता है क्या पाइथन में? अच्छा ये प्रिंट ऐसा काम करता है? अच्छा ये printf नहीं है, प्रिंट है. अच्छा इसका ये सिंटैक्स है. This was literally मेरा, like this was literally my, that was running in my mind. I didn't know anything. It's been quite a while. I've started. I've practiced it. So on the other hand, at least half an hour, if I could, like, here half an hour, I could do it for 1 week at least. Every single week, at least half an hour. That will be a different, all to go a different thing, right? So you'll not be a Michael Jackson in one single night. You'll not be a Mohammad Kali in one single night. You'll not be Shah Rukh in one single night. So anything takes a lot of time, basically. So even the same goes with me. So I've just started this thing, as like I've just started this consistency thing in a smaller way. Okay, just planning a 6 hours of my day. Okay, then planning 10 hours of my day, then planning a complete 12 hours. I started like from 6 to 3 hours. Okay, be it 3 hours. I just kept a to-do list. 3 घंटे में ये 3 काम करना है, 4 घंटे में ये 3 काम करना है. ऐसा था मेरा routine. And then I like went it to like 1 hour, like sorry, 5 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, and that's on the go. In the similar way, consistency is what's the key. Okay, you do it as much as less as possible. Even one single page, a book. Okay, one single page of this book, any book you take in general, like how many pages you have? 290 pages. Okay, within a year, not within a year. Okay, 290 days is like you'll have 2 months left, even though 2 to 3 months left, even
yeah,
though
correct.
within 200 days you'll be able to complete this book. Just one single page every day, right? But every single day you have to promise yourself you read it for every single day. So that's what the magic of consistency. Okay, on the day when I was not able to see the differences in my weight, okay, I was like meditating, I was like doing exercise, I was not able to see any of my difference, and I was like, hell, what's happening? I've been doing it for 1 week. If I complain, go like, what's happening? I just complain, I just cry, nothing happens, right? On the go, I
Yeah,
just stopped doing that routine. On the other hand, I didn't bother about the results. Okay, just like if you go for the spiritual way, if you go with the Gita terms, uh, okay, do your work, leave the rest to God, or don't bother about the results. Karma chahi, don't bother about the results. I was just doing, okay, मुझे ये काम करना था. I just decided I'll be doing these things. I've just did it the same way. Okay, so I was like, oh no, after a month, I was able to see, अच्छा ये तो जो मेरा ये टाइट ये पैंट है ये थोड़ा लूज हुआ ना, एक एक कम से कम 1 इंच तो लूज हुआ. And then that, after 1 month of time, I said like my threshold point, you'll be having a curve wherein it was difficult initially, difficult. At this one point, there's like ice breaking point, wherein like you have, if you take a machine learning curve outlet, over, like if you take a machine learning curve, there'll be this thing, what we say, over it, and like if the model is much more trained, okay, it'll be like properly reciprocating the model itself, and there's one point where it'll like properly reciprocate the model itself. So at this very one point, the line will be straight enough. Okay, it's like you need not program yourself. You need not say yourself, "Mujhe ye kaam karna hai." I just reached that threshold. I just reached that what we say that threshold wherein I was able to do it like all my go, all my go. I was able to do the thing all my go, and that's what like led me. So slow by slow, I just started, and after 1 month or two, 1 inch of I could see a 1 inch of difference. And the second month I didn't plan. I just wrote it every single day. Within an hour I could do it. Second month that just went. Third month that just went. Fourth month that just went. I just did the same thing every single day for 4 months. And after the fourth month, I was able to see the proper difference in my, weight in the terms of weight in terms of the mental peace I had. I started meditation. It's just like I always wanted to start meditation, but I've never been so thorough in that, like a so consistent. I've been consistent. I was able to see, I was able to control my anger. I was able to, think deeper about the concepts. I was able to read between the lines. So that's what helped me. So consistency leads to long-term returns. It's like, it's like a, what we say, fundamental analysis. You just put some money in the stock, and it's like not like trading. Okay. It's not like day trading when you just put 1 lakh for now and just get like, if you have a jackpot or something, you get like it multiplied by two, or just get like 1.5 lakhs or something in the same day or the next day itself, or you will either lose it. Okay. It's something like fundamental analysis wherein you put it for now and just wait to see the longer returns of it, wherein like after 10, 13 years you see
The concept of
this 1
compounding,
lakh
right?
invested. Exactly. So it's like mutual funds. Okay. So wherein like the earliest you start, the better amount you get it. So the concept of compounding, exactly. So you 1 lakh invested after 13 years, it'll be somewhere in the crores. Okay. So same goes with
Yeah,
consistency. You'll not see the results in day one. You'll not see the results in day two. Not even 1 week. Not even in 2 weeks. For someone it will be 3 weeks. For someone it will be 4 weeks. But for sure, if you'll be able to see the results, provided you're consistent. Okay, provided you're consistent, you'll surely see the results after a month, after 2 months. But that takes time, and you need to have that patience, and that's what gives you the discipline too. Believe me, that's what helped me out in my life, at least. I hope that answers Ayush's question, and even
yeah,
my initial fallacy. Absolutely.
yeah. So let's move forward, and uh, we have Mr. Surya, and he's asking that what is your goal?
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, what is my goal?
yeah,
So yeah, in general, my goal. Okay, so I actually wanted, so I have like put like two types of goals, like, short term goals and longer term goals. Okay, short term, like, I guess like that goes the same for any person down there. So it's like short term goals and long term goals. So in the short term goals, I had like, anyways, like, I'm this person, like I'm this old, like I'm able to stand on my own, I'm able to earn a decent money or something, is because of my parents. Okay, so in my short term goals, I have like set up like, seeing that my parents are financially well. Okay, we are in a financially well position, and I see all, they have all these comforts in their life, and they don't blame anything. Like they have all the sorts of luxuries in their life. That's my initial goal. After I get financially free, after my family is good, like, so that's my, it's like different people have different opinions. Okay, on the other go, if you see the leader's
yes, yes,
perspective, if it's like Bill Gates or something else, if they're a high person, they see in a different way. Okay, they see the world in general. Okay, they see the world is first, then comes the country, then comes the place, then comes their family. The family is their last. But yeah, so for me, it's like my priority wise, it's like for my families first, and then I come to the world. So in the world, in the sense, I wanted to do something. I wanted to give back to the community. Where, like, there's like popular dialogue. Okay, from this Telugu movie, she called him, like, you have to give back to the society. It's given you a lot of money. It's given you a lot of things. So you need to give back to the society. So after I earn, after I earn a month, after I set, solve my initial short term goals, my longer term goal is to give back to the society. Be it in any which ways. Okay, be it in any which ways, wherein I put a company, I establish a company, or I establish a small startup wherein I'm able to, employ the youth. It's like, the 21st century. So it's like the job creators which are more required than the job
yeah,
seekers. Okay,
right,
exactly.
right.
So there's like the job to people ratio is not matching. So it's a job creators era, I would say. So I would actually, the longer run, I would like actually give. I actually want to give back to the society, be it in any which forms. So I just want to I just want to establish a company, provide employment for the youth, give a lots of opportunities for the youth in the similar way. That will be the one side of the coin. The other side of coin, that will be getting the GDP improved. Like in any which ways, I would like give back to the community in any which ways. Giving back to the community is my only goal. So and service to people, service to people is service to God. They say actually. So that's my the longer term goal. So short term goal में ये है, long term goal में वो है. तो उसमें like there were different paths you can reach it. Either you can give it through donations, or you can give it in any other way, any which means or any which ways you can do it. So in that way that
Yes.
goes. So that's my long goal. I hope
Yeah,
that
it's
that
really
answers Surya's question.
yeah, and
Yeah.
it's really amazing to know your goals. That's really very nice.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine. Yeah.
Okay. So let's so as you have told that like
Hmm.
consistency brought discipline to you. So I would
Yeah.
like to know that well, it's a personal question from my side. Like before
Sure.
being consistent and after being consistent, uh, was there any mental change? Like any like mental change, change in attitude, becoming mentally strong, something like that?
Absolutely, absolutely, Ayush. I would say absolutely. So, I would say what kind of person I was. Okay, I was good in my studies. I don't. Okay, I'm not saying I was good in my studies, but I usually do it like a week in prior. Okay, so if there's a CT, I just like I used to read. Okay, I used to study. I used to do it like a week prior to the examination, and there are like so many friends of mine who just read the before day and just like get like 90% and above. I'm not in that kind of category. Okay, so like they are like more and more IQ. They have like more and more IQ. So I'm kind of person like मेरा जो फटती है like it's like a week in prior. Okay, so in week in prior like I just by exam aa raha hai, I just start shivering. I just start studying. Okay, so that whole week, it used to be like all sleepless nights. Okay. So prior to that week, I just listen to the class and I just do nothing. I just watch movies. I watch a lot of movies. Okay. So I watch movies. I just chill with my friends. I do something, some sort of stuff. But 1 week prior to that, I just start studying. Okay. So it was like my day routine used to be like I used to wake up 12 in the afternoon, okay, 1 in the afternoon sometimes, or sometimes I used to wake up, like I used to stay awake all night and all that. That was my daily routine. And during my final year of projects, that was the same routine I was following. I used to binge watch shows the whole night and used to sleep in the daytime. And I just wanted to change this habit altogether, and I just wanted to have this proper mindset. And talking it in a spiritual way or something, they say like there's a Brahma Muhurta like around 3:30 or something. I just wanted to test it something. I just wanted to test it like what like really is it gonna help you in any which ways. I just wanted to experiment myself. Okay, I've experimented myself with like binge watching shows all night, binge watching series, okay, movies, whatnot. Like I've done like all sorts of stuff. I just wanted to experiment myself going in this way. What's gonna happen? Like how I'm gonna, how it's gonna. I just wanted to see how it's gonna be. So I felt like, shall I just make a promise to my own self, like how is it gonna be? So I was just scheduled. I was there. I just scheduled. मुझे like I just need to wake up early in the morning and do these sorts of meditation. Even people say like no, meditation has changed my mind. I just wanted to see what is the change they actually got, man. I just wanted to say, oh, okay. So this is something which I'm saying, like the changes of meditation, on the changes of waking up early in the morning at around 4:35. Okay, it's like different altogether. See, if someone asks you, I'm just like, if I just take it as a joke, okay? Someone asks you what's this taste of sugar? How do you say him? You can't. It's like sweet. Sweet मतलब sweet है और क्या बोलेंगे like you just if he has to understand what is sweetness, you can't do anything but just take a piece of jaggery or take a piece of sugar, like few particles of sugar, and pour it in his mouth, right? So that's why he
Yeah.
gets that he'll experience that taste. The similar way, this consistency, the benefits of consistency are something to be reaped or something to be, you have to experience it. You'll experience it. Believe me,
Okay.
Ayush,
Yeah.
after me starting my routine, like waking up 4:30 in the morning and like being ready for the day by 5 a.m., I just got so many hours. I just got so many hours in my day. Okay. post that, after due to my work stress, some days I was like waking late in the. I don't say I wake up every day in the five every day. I tend to keep myself as humble as possible. I try to wake 5 usually. That's my usual time. But sometimes, some during the work stress or some other reason, maybe relatives could come, something that could happen. I had to stay,
Yes,
late
yes.
back in the night, and the next day I wake up a bit. I take up time for my. It'll be like around 8 or 9, or sometimes even there were days when I woke up at 10, 11, 9:30, 10. Okay, that was a different thing. So I don't complain. I just say that was a part of the process. And after waking at 5, I just get, all time on earth. You get all time in earth. Okay. So basically you have like so many priority paths. You will be able to see the morning. Okay. You'll be able to see morning. You'll be able to see afternoon. You'll be able to see evening. You'll be able to see night. Okay. All these four you're able to see. On the contrary, if you wake up at 10 in the morning, okay, you wake up 10 in the morning, you brush your teeth and you just fresh up, it will be 11:30. I'm damn sure it will be 11:30. You just check your phone for half an
Yeah,
hour and just you brush your teeth and it will be 11:30. And by the time you just fresh up and wear your dress, it'll be 12 noon. Okay, it's already afternoon you're gonna see. Okay, so it will be a different cycle. He'll be seeing an afternoon, he'll be seeing an evening, he'll be seeing night, he'll be seeing midnight. Okay. Midnight is something, okay, but it will be different for different people. But believe me, like the morning routine actually helped me out, like in many which ways. Okay, I was able to plan my day in advance. I was able to achieve all my targets. On the other hand, if I had planned my day, it was if it like midnight or something, there were different tendencies at that point of time. After like completing my task, I'd like at midnight, Hannah, like I have like so lots of time in my hand. People are sleeping. I could just like watch some video or the other. I can watch some movie or the other. Okay, I can binge shows
yeah,
again. I just can this cue point. That's a cue point we say when like you're actually doing it like around midnight or something. You get this thing. Okay, mera kaam ho gaya. I've done my tasks for the day. I'm done with the tasks. So I'm free now. I'm a free bird. I have like all night for me. That's a cue point for me at least. Okay, it'll be different for different people. That's a cue point. Okay, I have the whole night for me. Let me binge a watch. Let me binge a show. Okay, let me at least watch a movie. Okay, until unless I get my I get my eyes watering and watering, I get sleep like that. Let me watch a movie or something. That's me for me. Okay, so that wasn't a bit productive for me. If I watch a show, it will be again 4 or 5 in the morning. I sleep at 4 or 5 in the morning, and 6 hours of sleep. It will be again 11:30, 12. I wake up again. So that's a vicious cycle which you're gonna be running. So that's what actually helped me out. You get like a hell lot of time, and meditation actually helped me out. People actually say when you're asking me, it's just like asking me how does sugar taste. I say sweet, but you still don't understand. So it's something I just pour in your mouth. You get to observe it and feel that sense. So same thing, guys. So if you start practicing, you'll see the benefits over the go. It's not like on the day or something you see. So you see the benefits over the go. When you practice it, I was also not able to understand it, but over the go I was able to get the that sense. I'm able to experience it. It's just some experience which you can't express in words or something. It's something you experience inside your mind and body. You can see the bodily changes. So I'm a bit pleasant. I'm a bit cold. I'm able to manage my tasks. I was able to balance between my friends and families. I'm able to talk with them. I started talking with people, with many other people. So that's like different sorts of benefits for different people. In general, these are the things. But yeah, again, I say it's something you have to experience.
yeah. Thank you for the answer. It was very. I mean, it is very helpful for me, and I will also try to practice this consistency on a daily basis,
Sure,
and make
sure,
myself disciplined. Actually,
sure.
okay. So now let's move forward, and I think I have
Yeah,
come at the end of from like the questions I had. So
awesome.
as I remember that you told me to remember a word, like you told me to remember something that,
Okay,
right?
so yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
We
I
can now
remember. So
move
that
over to that.
okay. So that was initially the same thing, guys. So this thing actually, which actually irked me out, practicing this consistency or actually sleeping early in the night actually. Early to There was a saying during my childhood. Maybe I was
Yeah.
early to bed
Early
and
to
early to
rise.
rise makes a
Yeah.
man healthy and wealthy.
Man healthy. Right.
Yeah, healthy and bright or whatever. So I was like not taken back. But after seeing, if you have seen this interview of Akshay Kumar, right? Have you watched any of his interviews or something by any chance?
No, personally, I have not seen that.
Okay, so do watch him. He's a real, he's a real inspiration. So I have drawn my inspiration from him. Okay, to be frank. So there were these days of Akshay Kumar wherein he was initially a villain. Okay, he was initially a villain. He was actually, he started as a fight master. He was like doing the stunts. He was a stunt guy, and then people
Yeah, yeah, he was
started
a
like
stunt man.
stunt man. So then people
Yeah,
started saying like he can't act, man. Then he started like he felt like. Okay, he has to act or something. Some director said he can't act; he can only perform stunts. And then he was, that was the cue point for him. That what like irked him out, and he started acting in the negative roles. And some people said like he's only fit for negative roles. And then he started proving himself. He started, into the hero character. He's now what do you say? If you just see the Forbes list of 2019, the India's richest, the movie stars, he's now ranked number one, Akshay Kumar. If you see his interview, there were days wherein he had no food to eat. He only ate like bananas. He used to had like some bucks. He used to buy kela, log jo kela rehta hai na, bada. He used
yes,
to
yes,
get
yes.
some bananas. He just to eat them and go for the work. He just had those. So there's a Telugu diary we get Inadu. So I had like even read his biography, autobiography out there. So even there he mentions. So from that, his story is like completely from rags to riches altogether. So if you do you know by what time he actually completes his last meal of the day?
No, actually, I don't
Could
have
you
any
guess it?
idea.
Could you guess it by any chance? Just give a random
Perhaps,
guess. What do you think?
yeah. Like I know that he's a very disciplined guy. He's a very fit guy actually. So I think that by 7 or 8,
Absolutely.
8 o'clock he would finish that.
By 6 p.m. he finishes his last meal. After 6 p.m. he
Okay.
never eats anything. So by within 6 p.m. he says like he follows this Suryamana and he says like when the sun is in the sky out there, you get this power of digestion. Okay, until that, how much ever you eat, whatever you eat, you can eat it. But after six, don't never eat or something. He never eats, and he's a morning person by the way. Okay, if you ask me one of
Yeah.
like a really successful person whom you can give me an example of something, so it's like Akshay Kumar, I would say. Okay, that's what like urged me out. He was my real inspiration. He was my real inspiration, wherein I got this thing like मुझे रात को जल्दी सोना है, सुबह जल्दी उठना है. He wakes by 3:30, 4:30. That's his usual time, and by 5 o'clock he's already in the gym. He does all these things, and I started like mimicking him. I started. He was my role model. Okay, any people, for people, some people, any movie star can be a role model. For me, it's like Akshay Kumar. For someone, it could be it could be Arnold Schwarzenegger. It could be some other like Muhammad Ali for someone,
Yeah.
like whatever, like Ali for someone. So it's like different people for different, like could be different for different people. So for me, it's like the starting initial the cue was Akshay Kumar, and yeah, I started. Okay, to be frank, I started to mimic him out. But I was like asking my amma, amma nako, like 6 kala bete ano. Okay, I was like asking mother, within 6 o'clock, give me my last meal, give me my dinner, or give me my tiffin. She was like seeing. I was like, what do you want to see? Do you want me to, stay in the kitchen all the time? I will not do. I can't put for I can't prepare you the curry and roti like by 6 o'clock. You come and eat by 8 o'clock. That's your usual time. So it happens, right? You can't always get this is a part of the process when you are
Yeah.
independent after
Correct.
some time, so you can practice it in the longer run. So now you can't do it, so at least I'm starting to at least sleep early and wake early. That's something like that's in my hand. Okay, this is not something, this is in my hand. I can't blame them because I'm not preparing my meal, right? So he was my inspiration, and that's what one person. Now where he's like he's a properly disciplined person and one of the fittest, most fittest actors down there at Bollywood. And he is not like what we say. He's covered all genres. Okay, be it from
Yes.
romantic comedy, be it from like dark comedy, be it like the inspirational movies, even the what we say, the mass movie. What was the
Patriotic
name, Mancha?
movies.
All the
Uh,
patriotic movies. What's the Mars
yeah.
movie name? I really love it. I just forgot the
Um,
name. Mission Mangal.
like
Yeah.
Mission
So
Mangal. Yeah.
Mission Mangal. So what not? He like Rustam. What not? Even the Houseful Ka series. What do you see? You can see a properly complete person he is, and where he
That,
started from
yes.
rags, and now where he is the Forbes 2019 most. So one of the person who like with consistency had actually got a proper change from rags to riches is like I would say like Akshay Kumar, and he's my inspiration. That's it. With that, I actually put it.
That's great to know. Like he's actually a very very disciplined person actually. Yeah. And we means it's
Absolutely.
known to everyone actually that he's very disciplined, very fit. Like does a means everything in a routine. That's great of
Yeah.
him.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So uh, now we'll be coming to the end of our session.
Yeah.
With that, I would like to thank Mr. Kannan to joining us and giving us so much of insights. It's amazing, like all the routines you have told us that you follow, like how you experience that consistency. Everything is very beautiful actually, and it is
I,
going to like help a lot of us. I can guarantee you that I mean, this was a very progress session for me too. Also got to learn a lot of things. Right, like I used to make all those routines, like what means plan out my week. So now I have also got to learn that yeah, I can do that every hour. I can plan. So that's amazing.
yeah.
Similarly, all there are many other examples that like many other teachings I got from this particular session. So thank you for that for my personal side actually.
All my
And of
pleasures.
course,
All my
viewers
pleasure.
also they were also very enthusiastic, and I can see in the comments they really liked the session.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
very great of you. And obviously, thank you for sharing your time with us.
I,
Uh,
all the pleasure is mine, and I thank you, Nakul sir and Tam, Tecamania Tam Enterprises on a whole, for inviting me for this small gesture, for this small topic to share my knowledge. And even if one person, if one any individual down there, be it a techie, non-techie, if one person, one single person gets inspired of it, my job is done over here. So I just want one single person. So for me, it's Akshay Kumar. For you, it could be anyone else. So yeah, thank you. The pleasure is all mine. All the pleasure is mine. Thank you, Ayush.
okay. Okay, guys, with that, we will be finishing our session for today. And thank you for joining us and being our patient listener and staying with us for so long. Thank you, everyone. And once again, thank you, sir. There's a lot of
Thank you,
this was a
sir.
very amazing session. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayush.
Okay,
Thank you. All
guys.
the pleasure is mine.
Okay, and in case you want to reach out to sir, then I have put a LinkedIn ID of Mr. Kanan, sir. So you can just reach out to him from there. And with that, we'll be closing. Uh, Best of luck, guys,
Yeah.
for your future endeavors, and see you next week.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.